I just finished my first exam and I have 4 more to go. But there's a problem. There was only 6 questions in my exam paper and I didn't know one of them, and it consists of 20 marks. I couldn't answer because I didn't know what was the question asking about. I didn't know that specific project that it mentioned in the question because I was absent for that class. Yeah, so that's the consequence of skipping class, but it's fine. It only consists of 30% of my final mark. But I'm here walking at Đại Hào Thor, recently discovered. I came out yesterday after studying for the whole day at home. I feel like I need to phong ha phong, like those doggies need to go on a walk. I came here. I mean, I know this place, but I don't really come here. And I found out it's so pretty over here. And I don't know, it's just so touching because Đại Hào Thor is right next to Đại San Ba. There are a lot of tourists that would come up to Đại Hào Thor when they visit Đại San Ba. And it's just very satisfying, or like very proud, that I hear from the tourists in different languages, in Japanese, in Korean, in Mandarin, that they say, oh, it's so pretty in their own language. I'm just so privileged to live in this city, which I forgot is such a beautiful city to live in. It's safe, convenient, I love the proximity. It's not like I live the most luxury life, but then it's a very comfortable life, a very comfort zone to live in. Let me show you my view right now. Oh, sun is setting. That is the Đại San Ba that is under construction. But here, I will bring you along as a first person POV. You see Sun Po Ging in front, such a iconic landmark. And the colors of these flowers are just so pretty, like the purplish, bluish flowers with green, and with the sun light hitting on the green leaves. It's those kind of sunlight that you don't really see in Nordic country. Oh, look! You see the cats? I feel like they're living a better life than the domestic ones. They get to run wild. Wow. Oh, pigeons. I love it how in Macau there's trails like this, kind of away from the city. You get a bit of nature, but then it's still in the middle of the city. And you don't really hear the vehicle sound. Look at the sunset. This is Ricci, it's a school. You see, what's this? Salopo. Yeah, Salopo from here. And then any build like this building behind Salopo, it is China. You know, you can actually take a boat from here across to China, which takes you around 5 minutes. Alto sentido. Recorda por uns instantes a história linda. Oh, there's like 32個大炮. Very Portuguese style. That is Macau Museum. And then here's this view. But the sun is setting on this side. Look at all the Dai Pao from here. There are 32. Learn some new facts. Oman 真係好特別咯，嚟係一個小漁港 and then developed casinos and a hotel. There's this mix of Portuguese culture and Chinese culture. Like on the Macau side island, you get Chinese architecture, you get like old houses like China, but then on Tai Pa side, you get Cotai Strip like Las Vegas. It's a very unique place now that I think of it. I didn't know how to appreciate this place, my home place, until I left home for a year. And I came back, I feel like I came back like a tourist. I'm just being a tourist in my own city. It's a different kind of vibe. Like a familiar but unfamiliar vibe, where you know all the streets, all the good shops, good restaurants, but at the same time, some things has changed over the past year, and you just see things a different perspective. Even this trash can is so aesthetic. Not sure if other country has this. It's very Asian. Section low. You step on it, improve blood circulation under the bottom of your feet.
You remember where that is?
Whoa. Ooh, you can look at other buildings.
No. What about horse ride?
I can feel that the sun is setting a bit later and later these few days. It used to be 5:40 and then 5:35. Now it's almost 6 p.m. I was checking just now on the weather forecast of Porvoo in Finland, where I stayed last year. It is negative 15 degrees over there. It's crazy. But I would say the cold in Macau and in Finland is a different kind of cold, because in Finland there's heater and it's dry cold. But in Macau, the cold is like humid cold. It really sips into your bone. And my home doesn't have heater. I could feel my feet getting so cold these few days, especially during yoga when my feet is outside of my yoga mat. I could feel like the cold air sipping into my skin, to my bones, through the floor. Like I could feel the cold air. It's like how you open the refrigerator and you feel the cold air. That's the feeling I get from the floor. But this winter is not really cold, to be honest, compared to when I was a kid. The coldness lasts for a couple of weeks, but now we barely get any cold days. And I would say winter and autumn is the best time to visit Macau. It's not hot, and with breeze and with sun. The sun feels so good in the winter in Macau because it's not hot and humid. It's funny how like in other places winter is kind of depressing. You get winter depression and you have to eat vitamin D. That's me. I barely survived. I survived in Finland because of that bottle of vitamin D that I finished over a couple of months. And in here I get the sun every day. So winter is like the happiest time in Macau, where you get the best weather, best temperature, and you get a lot of sun, but then it's not hot to be under the sun. The sun went down behind that mountain. You see there are less people after the sun sets. What is this green thing? Oh, is it imitating the ship? Oh, sailing of this ship. What's that called? I don't even know it in Chinese. 风帆? No, 个帆. Yeah. This tree looks very old, but very strong. I love how they preserve this tree. There was two ladies asking me for a picture just now, and then I was just helping her. She was like, "Oh, you're not local, right?" I'm like, I'm local. I just finished my exam and I came here for a walk." And then she was like, she said something in Mandarin, but I didn't really catch what she said. It's something like, "Oh, you don't look local. You look like from blank." I can't hear that word. Okay, but it's time to go home. It's around 6 p.m. Time for dinner. This place closes at 7 p.m. anyways, so in the summertime, I don't think you can catch a sunset if you come to that Pao Toy, because sunsets at 7-ish. Yeah, then you can only catch a sunset in that Pao Toy. Around winter time, like around December to January or February. This Pao Toy reminds me of Oslo in Norway. I visited a fortress in Oslo with my friend first day on our arrival. It looks similar, like the vibe is similar. Of course, the one in Oslo is so much prettier because it is looking into the sea. But Macau, we don't have the sea, we have buildings. It's a different kind of pretty. It's a very special place in Macau, very historical. Who's gonna attack first? Contestant number A and contestant number B. 1, 2. Attack! Oh, I got spotted. Attack! Distracted. I love how the auntie can just dance in the middle of the park and without being shy or like ashamed. I love the confidence. I wish I have this confidence. This auntie's been here for like a couple of days, like every day around the same time she would be there dancing to her YouTube videos. I love it. I love the confidence. It's something that I should learn from her. I love how this place is next to a trash station. It would be so romantic to just sit here and eating ice cream and watching someone throwing out their trash.
做你一步食飯嘛？
唔肚餓喎，呢個咩嚟㗎？
椰子油啊！
做咗一步啊？唔該，等呢度咁耐啦，你個 lift 送緊你翻嚟。
一步點啊？
我唔肚餓喎。
唔肚餓咁轉轉。
你肚唔肚餓啊？
我都唔好肚
咁食麵咯。
餓。食麵啊？咁啲塔沙要睇食啊？
係喎，塔沙喎。
睇食咯，佢都應該未解得晒凍。
咁食牛腩加麵咯。
好啊，晏啲煮啦，幾點鐘煮啊
？7點幾咯。
咁你煮啊？
我要同 Christy interview 咗佢先喎。佢幫我論文 interview，佢而家染緊頭髮，我同佢 call。
咁你幾點鐘煮啊？7點鐘煮。
我做完 interview 咪煮咯。
你 interview 幾點鐘啊？
做完未？做完咯。
好快喎。
咁唔係啦，起碼半個鐘。
啊，做完先講。
拜拜。你知唔知我考試有一題唔識做，得6題咯。冇20分。
慢車邊喎你，個車都好緊喎。
跟住之後，我發現自己唔識寫英文字咯，因為太耐冇講過英文，啲字錯唔記得晒。我覺得誒識用中文諗，但係唔識點樣轉翻做英文咯。
你成日寫日記寫英文嘅？
但係我寫日記係我自己心裏面諗法啊嘛，嗰啲唔係啊嘛。
估合唔合格？
合格定合格㗎，高分低分嘅問題啫嘛。因為嗰一題咧我冇翻學，所以我唔識咯。佢好 specific 講咗一樣嘢，但係嗰樣嘢因為我冇翻學，所以我唔知嗰樣嘢係咩嚟㗎咯。
咁你做唔做到啊？
點作啊？佢就話 based on 我哋係上堂講過呢個 topic， 跟住咁樣，我冇上過堂，我點識啫？
你走堂啊？
係嗰堂走咗咯。
咁算咯，唔走都走咗。
係咯，唔考咗咯。I haven't picked up the camera in so long because I was having exam. I was having 5 exams back to back and I am done with exam, thank God. On my last day of exam, it was on Wednesday. I had 2 exams, morning and afternoon, and then each exam was 3 hours. And the morning exam was essay based. Even though it was like open book, there was only like 5 questions for 3 hours, but it wasn't enough time for 3 hours. I wrote 10 pages. I finished the entire answer booklet. And I raised up my hand and I asked for an extra answer booklet. They didn't prepare extra answer booklet. Maybe they didn't expect us to write so much. My professor was like tearing a piece of paper out from a student who have submitted their exam paper. It's kind of funny, like tearing out a blank paper from someone else's answer booklet. Yes, but like my brain was fried that day. I think I was 2 hours in and I was like feeling a bit dizzy when I looked into the questions. I was like, my brain ain't functioning. Doing exams mentally is more draining than physically than going on a jog. And when I submitted my paper, my professor was like, 哇，辛苦了. And then I'm like, good luck reading it. And then he laughed. Yeah, but I'm done with exams. I don't even get a break in between my exams and my next semester. I'm starting school in just like 2 days. And after exam, I basically just rot in the bed for like the whole day on Thursday. And I felt so bad that day after that. I rot in the bed. I felt like a trash. I felt like a trash and I was like so demotivated. I was so low in energy. When people think they're low in energy and they need to rest, they sleep the whole day. And that's like one of the worst things you can do for yourself. The more you sleep and then the more you spend time in indoor, not moving your body, the less energy you feel. And then I pushed myself to go to one of the yoga class in the evening at 6:30 p.m. After that class, I was like, yay, so high in energy. I was so happy. So like, thank God I went there. And I always know when I don't feel like going to yoga classes, I know that after I join the class, I will feel so much better after. But it's just like the motivation to get out of the house. Even today, I set my alarm in the morning. I went to yoga class in the morning and then in the evening, I actually just came back from a run. It's 12:17 a.m. Yeah, but Macau is like very safe to just go out in the evening and run by myself. I was literally thinking about this. I mean, it is safe generally, but today is just something awkward going on. I was waiting for the traffic light to turn green, and opposite of the zebra road, I saw like this uncle carrying a big bag. He had like long hair and very skinny and like very oily hair, and he just looks a bit suspicious. And I was like, okay, thank God I'm opposite of the road from him. And then I turn around and I see this grandpa in flip-flops wearing some clothes that looks kind of unwashed. And then he winked at me. He also had like long hair. And then he went like, I was like, I just pretended I didn't see it. And then when we crossed the road, he was walking on the left side. Usually I walk on the left side road to go up the slope. And then since he's walking on the left side, then I crossed the road to the right side to continue my way. And then he switched to the right side too, and then I switched back to the left side. Yeah, that's my like a tactic to just stay away from those people. Not like they are gonna harm me, but just, you know, just to protect yourself and just in case. Yeah, but I am so happy for myself that I went on a jog after dinner at 9 p.m. I haven't jogged for 4-5 months. I could tell my stamina was so bad. Also with the weather now in Macau, it's like kind of hard to jog too. It's like you're breathing cold air, so like your throat is kind of itchy when you run. FYI, I don't bring my phone for running. I know Macau is safe, so I always tell my mom I'm going to run and I'm not bringing my phone. If I don't come back in 2 to 2.5 hours, call the police. I don't even bring anything to run. I only bring my water bottle because I don't want to carry anything with me. And then after the run, I heard this people be like cheering each other, and I went up the stairs. There's this service, and it's a very open service. There's a lot of badminton net where you can play badminton. There's like this empty field. I saw people playing squash by themselves, and then I saw like a group of Filipinos, I think around 35 to 40 people. They were practicing for some kind of performance, some kind of role play or like drama. They were just dancing and super happy, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're just cheering each other up. The way they're counting is like so happy to see them doing the rehearsal. And then I sat down at the staircase. I look at another group of Filipinos playing volleyball together, and then two groups of Filipinos were playing volleyball. I was just having fun looking at them. I don't know how long I sat there because I don't have my phone. I don't know the time. But I just sat there and I really enjoyed their energy. It's very Filipino. Like, everyone is so welcome and so friendly, always high in energy, laughing and cheerful. And I realized I really missed that when I was in Europe, because I don't really see these kind of stuff in European countries, especially at like 10:30 p.m. Who would dance at 10:30 p.m.? Or who would play volleyball or badminton at 10:30 p.m. I was in Philippines back in November for 2 weeks, and I really liked the country there. I was so glad that I decided to go to the Philippines because none of my friends or my family supported my decision. They think it's a not so safe country to visit because of the incident back, I think over a decade ago. If you search it up, there's this incident of a Hong Kong tour group. They visited the Philippines and then they got robbed on the tour bus. Like, some people went on the tour bus to rob the Hong Kong people with guns, and a lot of them died because of this incident. And the Hong Kong people maybe didn't like the way that the Filipino government handled the situation, and it just had this bad image and bad impression on from us on them, that it's not a very safe country to travel to. But I don't know, when I was in Philippines, I feel very safe over there. I don't feel racist or anything. I feel included. Somehow I feel like I look more Filipino than I look like Chinese. Yeah, and even the Filipinos, they think I am from the same motherland, same homeland as them. They speak Tagalog to me, and I was like, sorry, I don't understand. Even the security, he was speaking Tagalog to me, and then I'm like, sometimes I just look at them. Either I thought I didn't hear them correctly because they spoke too fast, but it's because they are speaking another language. That's why I didn't understand, didn't comprehend in the meantime. And then they have to repeat themselves. I was like, I don't speak Tagalog. And then he was telling his colleagues like, English. yeah, I was having such a good time in the Philippines. Everyone was genuine. And maybe because I didn't go to Manila, like literally everyone I spoke to, they're like not recommending Manila. But I didn't stop in Manila city. I was just at the outskirt at the airport to lay over to do my gete. Oh, also for the exam, to be honest, I would rather have open-ended questions, maybe 3 to 4 questions for the whole exam than having MCQ. Because MCQ, there's always a correct answer. A, B, C, D, E choice, there must be a correct answer. And my school have like A, B, C, D, E, 5 choices. But for open-ended question, as long as you wrote something on the paper, they have to give you marks, and there's no right or wrong answers. I just love yapping. As you can tell, I spoke for 10 minutes straight without stopping for this clip. Yeah. I love yapping. I'm just good at 吹水. 吹水, direct translation into English is like blowing water. Like really just good at talking. And I like how open-ended question, as long as you put your thoughts on it, then it's okay. And as long as the examiner understand your handwriting and your grammar, then you're fine. You don't have to care so much of the grammar or like using fancy words to make this paragraph more polished. You just have to put your ideas in. So I write like I'm writing my diary, or I write like I'm journaling. I think I'm used to it too. For the exam week, for the past few days, I've just been studying every day. I get out of school, I come back, I eat something, I take a nap, and I study. And then around sunset time, I go out to this place at Dai Pao Toi, literally every single day for the past couple of days, to enjoy the sunset, to just sit there and fong, like letting, direct translation is like letting go of the wind. It's like the meaning that you've been staying in this indoor place for too long for that day, and then you just have to go out to breathe in some fresh air. I don't get how people can stay in the house for like a week straight. That's basically quarantining. I just have to leave the house. I will get depression if I stay in the house, or just a supermarket run would do. I just have to leave the house. Yes, but I'm so excited for the coming semester because I have so much free time. Yeah, I don't even know what is this clip about. Basically just catching up what happened to me for the past few days during the week. And the conclusion was I was just having an exam, being a student. Yeah, but I'm so happy to just have my time back and joining my yoga classes again. I have not been able to attend a lot of the classes because I have to study for exam. But I'm glad this is done. And after you're done with the exam, this feeling is super rewarding. I don't even know what is this clip about. It's basically me catching up what I did for the past week. And I had exam. I will maybe see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.